My name is Stage Playboy. I'm not sure. I think that's the name sounds so familiar. It just sounds so familiar. Has to be somebody. Little red. Little red. What's up to the head? There. Mm, mm, mm. Hope you don't expect this stream. Who is the NBA player? He's so unknown. Bro, Zone Plus has been out for a long time. Mm. Mm. Push it, push it, push it. Mm. I have to watch something. Cause this is my career, it's like gonna be sleepy. I'm just trying to get the 99 point like something, so like as I play a game I won't go down. Cause I ain't trying to keep this. Gotta turn this PC off and go to that's a hub. If I go to park and play, yo. I mean, I should appreciate that basically. I'm calling fells, bro. I mean, I'm spamming it. I gotta stop. Imagine if mascot was a fire. Imagine. Yo, man, just farted in the mic while asleep. Yo, that is. Oh my god. Man just farted, bro. Yo, the man is sleeping. He just farted. Hello? Highway is mad loud. I gotta turn my mic down. Clicks in the morning. What's it called? Bro, why is my stuff not loading, bro? My stuff is not loading at all. Like, Now he wants to load, bro. I swear. Bro, it's so dumb. 98.40? Yo, what's up? Why can I not get 99.9 no more?
First place in their qualifiers, first place in their heat, but we see it now. A Victorial in game number 5. If they can back it up with a huge game number 6, that'll lift the confidence. It'll take the pressure off going into tomorrow. Ground has been wounded, and it is Bizzle, Booga, and Clicks with a huge jump up on the leaderboard. And with all the pressure, we want to see how things are going to unfold here. We're hopping right back into the battle bus. We love seeing the crew have good fun on the desk. Let's get into it though. Here we are, the new map, everything coming back into the
I'm
action.
clicking one more. I can't do it no more. Like, bro, I'm not even getting 99.9 no more. I'm getting 98.4s and stuff. I'm just like, too much makeup, yo. What the world, bro? What did he just do? Nobody knows him in the VA. Like, bro, hell, like, who is he? Make. God, I didn't even shoot from that far, yeah. Yeah, love's too hard. She got me with this guitar.
way to loot pool. Not only do you know what loot they're going to be carrying, which out of uncontested Misty is always going to be a lot, but you know exactly where they're going to end up, because this is a different one. I see no chat, but I do see Skittles here. So Deej and Age and Skittles came in and, had a little bit of a peek, had a little bit of look over here at what's going on at the Stacks. Remember, Skittles was actually Chap's trio mate earlier on last season, so, maybe, I don't know, coming in to see what's going on there as well. Deej and Age and Skittles having far more success than what Chap is here today, and it looks like Bully and Frisk won that fight again. I think things aren't looking good for our competitive vet Chap, and then
Yo,
obviously
Kyrie, nobody cares, bro. You act like you're getting rep per game, bro. Like, give me the ball.
second day, but man, there's only so much on a 6 game
Yeah,
season
it's like a play shot, bro.
leaderboard. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Once you start to really slip that far down the chain, it becomes harder and harder to come back
I got
up.
the shirt.
For us, Bully and Frisk, though, these Steelers are definitely carrying their weight for them. Last game was a rough one. The game before that, they went down somewhere into the mid-game rotate, but I think we're starting to see the wear and tear from the extended fight, right? Really, again, playing into these late portions. It's only so much that you can do with those early game fights because it starts to bleed into the rest of your run. It does. If you saw that last game, the reason I had so much confidence in Scented Edge and Commandment, even though they were late rotating so far away, is because they had one elimination, they had their damage, but they got it quickly and they started moving. You can't be late rotating. You just saw how much of a struggle Scented Edge and Commandment had to go through just to get into that zone. I called out that north rotate was a great decision. They got a bit lucky with the half-half, but honestly, after that terrible luck on the early zones, I don't really think you're going to try and argue they got lucky, but you see what happens. If you get a
Love is
farm
too
zone
hard. She
early
left
from
me
the
here
early
with this
first,
guitar.
it's
Yeah, they
massive
just
luck.
study passing the ball like.
Bad zone luck, and that's something that you can just prove if you play it effectively, and that's why that team is a favorite coming into it, because they've drilled these games. Not only do they practice harder than any other team, they've done it for multiple seasons out of the same drop spot with the same players. We have to start talking about that, Monster. We're going to have 3 more FNCSs this year as a trio. We've already had, Fortnite competitive obviously break down the fact that there's going to be specific tournaments that players get invited to. If you get top 3 in this final weekend, you're automatically into the next finals next season. That is huge. You need to start playing consistently, not just as a team, but maybe stake out a drop spot as well, so you have this level of
Love
game
is too
knowledge.
harsh. Bro, why was I watching? Like, I was not supposed to be fouling. Alright, gotta start fouling.
Right, of what's on the line, what's at stake here. That's
Well, I hate when I do that. Like,
so important. I mean, today's an indicator of teams that we might be seeing. Catch the live news, sports, shows you love.
BBG Canada. Canada. Wait, is it Canada? Canada's at BBG. Wait, what's it? Yeah, BBG now.
Be invited back. I wouldn't be upset at all. Slutty, Jack the first day, Vera reversing K, Scented, Edgy Commandment. And just talk about powerhouse names, powerhouse trios, and more reason for them to stay together, right? The volatile nature of Fortnite trios in particular.
Push, yeah. Push it, yeah.
Always trying something different. I want to see more of these guys work with one another.
Bro, can I not foul? Like, bro, can I not foul? Like, golly, bro. I need 3 more fouls. Oh my god. Yo, please, bro. Joe, I'm literally. Oh my god. Oh my. Thank you, bro. Dang.
I know he was playing with Arab at one point, and Arab even shouted him out as the best fighter he has ever played with. But we get our quick stat here: over 65% of Dave's trios and lives come after fourth zone. So they've changed that narrative of early game fights. So this is a bit out of character for them. Yeah, definitely here as we're seeing the fight start to really begin to draw out here. Not something that we expect either. This is a team that's typically dominant in these kind of battles. They will capitalize it. They work with one another.
I did not even time that. I wasn't trying to time it either.
But this one's going to take
Oh, bro, my takeover. Now I gotta play the game, bro. This is my last game, anyways. I ain't about to play my career no more after this. Let's have fun, my little last game. I'll play my next My Player Nation game later. Like, I'll play like when it comes to. If I can go back up, if I start losing again. That was too hard. She left me here with this guitar. Oh my God, Ben Simmons. Oh my God.
Fantastic loadout. I'm sure they have a reason for it. Yeah, not to mention, they're on the sand, right? Like, there's no actual excuse for you not to want to disengage or play later or deeper into the zones here.
Full bar.
Again, this fight has cost them a fair amount of material, so they do have to farm it back. I like what they're doing right now, trying to stabilize, but the hard work comes in from the enemies on
That
the
was
other
too
side.
harsh. Left
That's how it
hands
goes down.
guitar.
Yeah, a little clinic classic right there. And it's Ingram and Polarized who end up hitting that one. As I look in at B, Chip is going to find X sets. Knife there, I believe, or Shark. So again,
Oh.
it's bloodbath across the fields. And that was in play. You look at the top five right now from this point into this FNCS finals. The last one, other than the X10 trio, is actually looking scarily similar. Obviously skills rolling up into this fight. You've now
That
got
was too
three
harsh. Left
very
hands
big trios
guitar.
on the block, all so close together. Now the stakes are that much higher. If you misstep, if you make one mistake here, 100 or 215 above. So I'm
Oh,
impressed
sorry.
by Dave versus Setup. They've got the talent to take this fight. So showing a lot of confidence and wanting to change up their game plan a little bit, which I don't know if they need to do. 115 points right now, second place. I would prefer to see
I
them
might
maybe
just play.
rotate away from this one as another trio shows up here. So if you get knocked, if you get sniped, if you get one wrong build taken, it can be a lot more dangerous now. Six eyes on you. Sorry, it could also just make sense. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, but look, it could also just make sense. Like, take this fight, get a lot of tags, right? So that later in the games you don't have anything to worry about. That's gonna all be crushed, right? Those hopes and dreams are because of Peach and Aegis and Skittles. So it makes way more sense now to get out of here. But you know, if they would have gotten a team wipe, like they would have been set up for the rest of the game. I say that, but again, we saw that. That was against Riverside's team, and that's what set up Dave Mirror Reverse for their only victory out here today on 12 eliminations. So that's a very good point, was that some of these teams, they have different strategies. We talk so much about low ground, mid ground, high ground, but some teams have a different strategy entirely, and some of it can be taking mid-game fights. We saw that here today. Most of the eliminations were going after fourth zone, but DJ and Aegis Skittles now make
More
this one about
gangster.
their damage.
Turn around. If I
Like
want
Dave
out,
said, they tried to
cocaine and
force a triple
single.
house over near Stevie. We saw that Skittles actually went.
Grammarly is a browser extension that provides in-depth writing feedback. The free product provides basic spelling and grammar checks and works across many platforms, including Gmail,
Yo,
Microsoft
move,
Word,
hop
and Photoshop.
off.
All you need to do is add it to your browser, and the features are built in to use whenever you type. I've been using Grammarly for a while now, and I find it to be the most helpful
Alright,
when
bro. You
writing
wanna do that?
emails to
Bet.
my professors. When I'm in a rush to write emails, I
Bet.
often misspell things or make silly mistakes, and Grammarly is able to detect them.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie this game, so instead of kind of hitting the white line rotate, that direct line straight into the next zone, they've really come a lot more south, and now they're working their way west. Yeah, and I like what they did there, though. Counter fire, got other trios involved, and then backed off Skittles, who needs more tags. That's the team below the surge. FN's gonna find one of the feed here as Creo, Illis, and Avery are starting to get comfortable right now. 110 points, not bad at all, not too shabby. Wait a second, Astro's gonna find Slim as well. These are all teams that land here, by the way, at the Salty Sour. So I think we're having a to take the fight.
Talking about some clicks. I don't see no clicks in Booga getting excited over the FNCS.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another crazy video as usual. This one goes deep, guys. We're going to be covering the crazy story of Day. Now, 2 nights ago, Day was competing in the Epic Whale Squads Cup with Edgy, Scented, and Commandment. Now, there was a bunch of drama that went down because Day missed the first game of the grand finals, and his teammates, they were not happy about it, especially when they heard that it was probably because he was FaceTiming and talking to an e-girl. And this led to a huge blow-up where half the community disagreed with Scented for refusing to play out the rest of the tournament because his teammate missed the first game, and then of course the other half of the community hating on Dave for not showing up. Now, we will cover that full story, but what this led up to the next day was unbelievable. Dave's apparent e-girlfriend was exposed for being 18 years old and dating Day while he is only 15. Now, this caused Day to go off on Twitter, deactivating his account, freaking out, along with the e-girl that he was apparently dating, to also completely leave and delete her Twitter account. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll go back to where the story started and I'll break everything down for you. So of course, it was during the Epic Whale Squads Cup on the West region, which featured a lot of East teams, one including Edgy, Commandment, Scented, and Day. Now, while Day was already considered one of the best players in all of Fortnite, he won the last FNCS Trios with Reverse 2K and Miro, and besides duoing with Clix, he hadn't really cracked into those elite teams, which do include players like Fate, Booga, Scented, Edgy. I'm sure you guys get what I mean. So this was kind of his big break to start playing with those super elite players, and some would say he definitely blew it. Now this squad of Edgy, Scented, Commandment, and Day had already qualified for the Grand Finals, but they didn't really have the smoothest ride there, at least according to Scented, Edgy, and Commandment. However, though, their placement would say otherwise. They finished 4th in the semifinals, but again, they didn't think it was good enough. And this was clarified later in a tweet by Scented on why
I just
it was
made that?
sloppy.
Yo.
We'll go over that soon. But first, the situation at hand was Day missing the first game of the Grand Finals because he fell asleep. This all went public when Edgy posted a video of them freaking out as soon as Day finally got on 10 minutes late and they weren't able to make the first game, and Scented pretty much just saying, I'm not playing anymore. Take a look at the clip.
Day. I invited him. I did too, dude. Hey! Ready up! Ready up! My God. Ready up!
Looking for one for future squad. But anyways, Day continued to make several tweets. His next one said, I don't care what any of y'all say, to be honest, this is literally one tournament I missed out of all of the tournaments I've been in, and y'all acting like I missed the whole tournament. It was just one game, LOL. Now there's a bunch more we have to go over, but at this point, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the community was split. Not everybody was against Day. It really did seem like 50-50. Some people just didn't understand why Scented wouldn't play out the rest of the tournament, but then the other half were just so confused as to why Day wasn't able to show up for the start of the tournament, because it is his job. So somebody did reply to Day, and they said, are you gonna play it out? And Day said, nah, they are being weird. So despite Scented obviously being upset about the situation and refusing to play out the tournament, he still did come out on Twitter and tried to tell everyone not to send hate towards Day. He said, please don't say anything mean to Day. Crap happens, we'll move on and find someone else who takes competitive Fortnite seriously. Now, while he did say not to send any hate over to Day, at the end of the post, he also did subtly diss him by saying that Day does not take Fortnite competitive seriously. Anyways, Jirian responded to this tweet, and he said, why don't you guys play out the remaining 5 games? And a lot of people were asking the same question, so later on, Scented clarified why he didn't want to. He said, Fortnite is not a hobby. It's my job and dream to be the best. And it's my teammates' job and dream to be the best. Showing up and playing your best is basic respect for your team. It's disrespectful to disregard the people you sign up to play with. Last time talking about this, but our trios time felt wasted and we felt disrespected with what had happened during the semis and then in between the semis/finals. I do not believe we had any obligation to play out the last 5 games. Now, Day also tweeted this out about them not playing the 5 games. He said, also, instead of complaining, just play the next 5 games and see how it goes. It's not hard to come back. And this time, Scented replied directly to Day and said, top 4 on West with 5 games isn't great. We specifically told you to make sure you were awake, vibes were bad, plus you fell asleep during semis/went AFK to FaceTime people 3 to 4 times, but you're calling us weird on Twitter. And then a follow-up. I'm not even flaming you. You're just calling us weird on Twitter and complaining about us not playing the last 5 out. But we have valid reasons. Alright, so this is the end of day 1. There were a few more tweets here and there, but you guys get the main story of what happened. And this led into day 2. So after that most recent tweet from Scented, there were rumors going on about who Day was FaceTiming. And some people, I guess, who were close around him, or at least knew what was going on, said that it was an e-girl. And people started going crazy, spreading rumors that Day, instead of playing in the tournament, was busy talking to his e-girl. And we don't know if that's true or not. He did say he fell asleep, and it seems like Scented also said he fell asleep. But regardless of that, this led to NRG Beehive, the professional tweeter for NRG, coming out with an exposing post of Day's apparent girlfriend. And before we jump into it, just to clarify, these are allegations no hard proof of an actual relationship here. From what people are saying, it seems like there was. He said, another pedophile in the Fortnite community and tagged a girl named Miley, who is 18 years old, turning 19 this year, dating Day, who is 15 years old. I don't care if you block me for this, I'll keep exposing these weirdos till I die, since no one is doing it. Tired of this crap, man. And then he posted a few screenshots showing the age differences. In this one you can see Miley saying, it's my birthday, and this was in December of 2019 when she turned 17. Then another screenshot in May of 2020 of Day turning 15. And then in this next screenshot there's two tweets. The first one in December of 2020, Miley tweeting that she's going to be 18 in 4 days. And then in the second one, this is a little ironic, she said, why? Why do people lie about their age? Honestly, it's embarrassing and sad because that can F up someone's life, especially if you're underage saying you're 18, F with another 18-year-old. Like, come on, where is your dang common sense? And as mentioned, this is a little ironic because she's 18, she's messing with somebody who is currently 15. Allegedly, though, because there is no hard proof here that there is a relationship going on or what type of relationship they may have had, but she definitely made herself look guilty by deactivating her Twitter account. As you guys can see right here, it no longer exists. So because of that, a lot of the community is assuming that it was some type of inappropriate relationship, but again, I cannot confirm that as there is no proof of what type of relationship they did have. But now let's talk a little bit more about Day, because right now he's going through a very hard time. He blew up on Twitter posting a lot of stuff that he regretted tweeting eventually because he did delete them, and at one point he also deactivated his account. But please guys, remember, Day is not the problem here. He is a victim. If you are 15 years old and an 18-year-old is trying to date you, it is not the 15-year-old's job to understand that that is inappropriate and something that should not happen. It's the 18-year-old's fault. They are the adult in this situation, and they are the ones who need to be held accountable. Day is a victim here. So please, guys, do not go and hate on Day. I know the whole entire falling asleep thing was a little bit of a mess, and he definitely should have been there on time, but all this stuff added together is definitely hard for a 15-year-old, and he's going through it. So please, go show him some support. He does not deserve any hate over any of this. A lot of these pros in our community are still kids. They're super young, and we need to remember that, guys. So please, hold yourself accountable and make sure you're not going out and causing any extra problems for him. So that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor, go ahead and drop a like on it. All the likes really do help support my channel. And also, don't forget, click that sub button if you want to stay updated on any other crazy news and drama going down in the Fortnite community, because this is definitely the channel for you. I love you all so much. I'm out of here. Peace.
Go to the right. Battle chicken. Bro, how is that an 83, bro? Every time I go up with something, supposedly always a foul. I go for something when I block it as a foul. I don't understand.
Last night, we saw two games that reminded us why you should never, ever celebrate too early in the NBA, even if you have an 8-point lead and 2 free throws with just a minute to go in the game. So let me explain what happened in these two thriller endings. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it. We start off with a game in Boston, down by 3 with just a minute left. The Celtics are trapping Beal to get the ball out of his hands, but as you can see, now that creates a mismatch and leaves the much slower Daniel Tice on Bradley, and the Celtics are compounding the problem even more by getting caught watching the ball. So now Beal gets a full head of steam to the basket, a great strong finish, and the Wizards have a 5-point lead with 46 seconds to go, and the entire team, including their leader, are celebrating since they can already feel this win. But look at what the Celtics do out of the timeout. Tatum is inbounding, and we have Kimba screening for Tice. To me, this is a decoy, since check out how weak this screen is. Walker is basically letting Lopez go through, and here is exactly why. Great hard pick by Daniel up top, and now you have the much slower Lopez Perez on the perimeter trying to chase Tatum on the switch, and that is impossible as Jason goes past him,
Yo, why did I
the
shoot
lane,
that?
and easily lays it in. But look at their defense here on this crucial possession. Beal gets the switch off of Tatum, however, he will stay right there as the Celtics will kinda zone up and not allow Bradley to drive, so he either has to take a long contested shot or take what Boston has given him, and that is the pass with the Russell Westbrook 3. He made one from the exact same spot just a few possessions prior, but the defense will gladly take their chances and play the percentages. And in this situation, it paid off as Russell is short on this shot. They take their last time out, and Brad Stevens draws up this play. Everyone clears out as Tatum is getting a running start from the backcourt, and he does a double change of direction here. Goes basket, to the 3, and inside again, which shakes Beal off of him. The pump fake and the strong and tough finish to cut the lead to 1. And then the clutch defense. They trap Bradley and are disciplined enough to not go for the foul right away as they have him pinned against the baseline. And under huge pressure, he slips, giving the Celtics a chance for the lead. Everything is clear and the correct call was made. And after a tough inbound, the ball somehow gets to the hero of today's game. And I love his decisiveness on the third straight possession to not settle for a shot, but rather go inside and finish strong, as he does that once again with time winding down for the potential game winner. With 4 seconds to go, the Wizards have one last chance, but the Celtics kind of read what they were going to run. And instead of me just rehashing what I saw on Twitter, here's the original commentary from Half Court Hoops that I really love, and I will leave the Twitter handle in the description.
Okay then.
Celtics staff and players did a great job recognizing and adjusting the Wizards' go-to play from Bradley Beal. With a great trap here by Tatum and Semi Ojeleye, that was probably impromptu, but they recognized the same exact set with Beal setting a back screen-to-screener action to the corner that got him a foul against the Nuggets. We can see the play starts off in basically the same formation with Beal in the middle of the paint, and then a screener up top and a screener outside. In the Celtics game, the adjustment was a little bit tighter from Neto on the out screen. But here we can see the Celtics staff looking at the alignment and recognizing that Beal is going to come outside. We can see them pointing and calling it out that Beal is going to curl to the corner, Beal is going to curl to the corner. What they do is tell Tatum to don't switch any of these screens. So they're saying no switching on these screens where late game situations would normally be a switch. Here we can see Tatum communicate with Tice saying watch the back screen, and then say don't switch. So they're not going to switch. What happens next is Tatum gets on the ball side high. We can see the back screen here from Beal setting on Tice. Tice is going to get below the screen on the basket side and not get screened. Then Tatum is going to get on the high side, not allowing Beal to come directly off of that screen for a curl. Beal fakes up top and then curls to the corner anyways, where he's going to get downhill. Tatum does a good job cutting off the baseline. Probably an impromptu trap from Semi, and you can't make a better trap than that. Both feet connected, hands up in the air, in the corner, nowhere to go, and Beal has to force up a pretty tough contested 2, and Celtics close out the victory.
Excellent explanation, so everybody make sure you follow Half Court Hoops. Boston win a tough game down by 5 with less than a minute to go. And we now move on to the main attraction of this video, and why you should never celebrate too early. Check this out. When De'Aaron Fox stole the ball and got fouled, up by 8 with just 69 seconds left in the game, nobody could blame the Kings for thinking that they got the win, especially after the refs called this a flagrant foul, which means 2 shots and Sacramento has possession. Fox misses the first. Okay, no big deal. He then clunks the second one as well. They still have the ball though, and a big lead with little time left. Move the ball around, and it finally finds its way to Marvin Bagley, who goes for the dunk, but gets blocked by LaMelo. And in transition, a quick 3 by Terry Rozier to keep the hopes alive. 5-point deficit with 52 seconds left. Charlotte is not giving up. You can see they force the ball out of De'Aaron's hands and make a 55% free throw shooter take these. The result? 2 more missed free throws, and somehow the Hornets are still in it. And on this pivotal moment of the game, look how Rozier is tightly guarded by Barnes. So he fakes going inside, uses the screen, Barnes is a step behind him, so contesting the shot, he hits the arm of Rozier, giving him 3 free throws. And check out this look that he gave to Harrison as he was chirping at him before the last one. In these clutch moments, Terry showed great poise and calmly knocked down all 3 of them. On the next play, Fox seemingly put things back in control as he was able to escape this double team, go to the basket, and finish with this beautiful floater to put the Kings up by 4 with 24 seconds left in the game. But there's a reason why the great Bill Simmons has Charlotte as his #1 League Pass team this season.
Alright, who's my #1 favorite League Pass team? Oh, I know who it is. I think it's Charlotte. You're goddamn right, it's Charlotte!
Out of the timeout, however, they don't really get anything, so in a scramble situation, PJ Washington goes to screen for Monk, and when he slips the pick and gets the pass, the defender is now trailing, meaning that he's running full speed to close out. So PJ hits him with a head fake, creates enough room for the shot, and it's been that kind of night for him as he knocks down the last 3 of his 42 points in this game. 1 point deficit. This is crazy. It gets even crazier though as the Hornets foul Sacramento's best free throw shooter and he misses the first. 5 straight free throw misses in a row for the Kings in the last minute, which sets up the final play.
They fouled Buddy Hill out of everybody.
LaMelo brings it up the court, finds Monk, who hits the defense with this quick hesitation, creating just enough room for the drive. And look at this finish through contact for the basket and one with a chance to win the game in the line. Again, I love the hop step and the 2-foot jump as it gave him a chance to have enough strength.
That man hit him with the stop and go. He really hit him with that. That's the thing. I had a shot right there. Let me win this game real quick. I want to foul out. I want to foul out this game. I don't feel like playing Mercury like that no more. 99.2. Oh my god. Yo, oh my god. Yeah. I've been sitting in this gaming chair too long. Why is it on me? Why every time I pause it, it goes on me? Got me the wrong quick stop. What the?
How great is it that we get to tell everybody how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance? So you only pay for what you need. I mean, sorry. Oh, what? This is a story that I just don't buy. I think there's zero chance it happens. You're not going to get a 45-point night from him. Those days are over. He's a human being.
So I ask you, is Clay a better wing shooter than you were in
Yes.
your prime?
What's your action, Paul? I'm gonna say no.
Whoa. So is this over?
No, listen, I think it's over.
The series is over.
Yeah, they lost game. You just sat here and said that they could win an NBA championship. Yeah, I did say that, but
I think there's 4 reasons why the Warriors won't win. Okay, draft, though, Portland's taking Greg Oden. It's over. There's no other argument. Any talk show host, any email, or any call that goes on.
Meet me.
In doing their homework or is just trying to incite calls and be controversial. Greg Oden is the #1 pick. It's all over.
media as a whole, part of the job is making predictions. How good will a player be? How bad will a team be? Heading in a few years. Just another way of breaking down the game and sharing a new or interesting take. But often, and sometimes far too often,
Oh my god.
Make some predictions that are so out of pocket, so absurd, that you wonder if they're just handed a hot take on a script, knowing damn well it's wrong, but they want to keep their job, so they go live on television saying some wild stuff anyways. Now, we're all guilty of making outlandish claims and bold predictions that never panned out. We all have our own bias that can stray us away from facts and reality from time to time. But today, we're going to take a dive into some predictions made by men who do this for a living. Men on national television. Predictions that couldn't have been more wrong.
I gotta watch Mortal Kombat and Godzilla versus King Kong. I gotta watch both of them movies. Them movies gonna be fire.
I like a lot.
Them movies gonna be fire. I'm sorry, like that's gonna be one of the best movies I ever watched.
That has basically gone off the rails.
The main movie I wanna watch is
A man
Mortal
that at one
Kombat.
point in time was torching the NBA, but is now getting clowned on by 12-year-olds on Twitter. And that is none other than Paul, I was better than Dwayne Wade Pierce. First, I have the utmost respect for Pierce. For years in the NBA. He was loyal to the soil for 15 seasons and brought us some of the best memories of 2000s basketball. But, with that being said, this man done lost his damn mind post-retirement. Had the basketball community in uproar. Paul Pierce went out of his way to predict that the series between the Celtics and the Bucks was over after the Celtics won just the first game in the series.
I don't know where Milwaukee goes from here.
Whoa. So is this over?
No, listen, I think it's over.
The series is over.
Yeah, they
One
lost.
game? You just sat there and said that they could win an NBA championship.
Yeah, I did say that, but
Now, I know that Pierce has a bias towards Boston. That was his team. I know the Celtics won by 22 points. But this is the last thing Pierce needed on his plate at the moment. You got a team that finished with the best record in the NBA with presumably this year's league MVP leading them, and after just one game, you claim the series is over. To make matters worse, because Paul Pierce loves to make matters worse, after having some time to go home and think about what he said, this man returned the next day and doubled down on his statement saying that the Bucks had no chance against the Celtics. Since making this prediction, the Celtics have lost 4 straight games against the Bucks.
Oh, we won? Oh, snap.
Coming by double digits.
Yes, sir.
Better and better.
Yes, sir. Who's the MVP? Who's the MVP? I swear, bro. Who's the MVP?
I love you, dog.
I got 99.9 in the game. Yes, sir.
But at least Pierce played the game and can speak from experience. On the other end,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
but
Another trophy. Another trophy, man. Oh, snap, I forgot. I do get VC from that thingy as you play games.
like in 2007 when he had this to say about Greg Oden and Kevin Durant.
I gotta play. Oh. I ain't about to play that right now. For the neighborhood of sun. Sleep.
Be controversial. Greg Oden is the #1 pick. It's all over. Couldn't bench a $185. Well, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It's a physical league. It's a long 8-month season. But you're telling me I can draft just another wing guy? Just another guy who, he's got Antonio McDyess written all over him. He'd be a good player, but he's just another wing guy. Danica Patrick can bench press a $185.
Now, I will say, hindsight is always 20/20, and at the time, Greg Oden was seen by a lot of experts to be the #1 pick in the draft. But how are you going to call a 6'10", lengthy, shot-creating wing that averaged 26, 11, 2, and 2 a game as a freshman in college just another wing? Durant had superstar written all over him from day one. In fact, years later, Durant had some choice words for coward in his harsh prediction. I knew nobody in the draft could guard me. I knew that. And I knew that you didn't ranked the last person in the camp drill-wise. I was the worst player. That tells you a lot about the significance of that stuff. But this wasn't the last time that Cowherd made a bold and strikingly inaccurate prediction about KD. Cowherd said that there was a 0% chance of the Warriors and on the off chance that he did, though, it would be a bad move.
This is a story that I just don't buy. Durant to the Warriors. I think there's zero chance it happens. And I don't think it's a good move. I think there's zero chance it happens.
Just 6 days later, Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. But the madness doesn't end there.
Now, back to school for everyone. Winning family is a must-have.
Do I have any? Please give me some. Yes, sir. I have some. I haven't did this in a while. How much do I have?
I think there's four reasons why the Warriors won't win. Number one is chemistry. Number two, where's the team? Number three, LeBron's a nightmare matchup, especially because they have no rim protect. And the fourth reason, all the pressure in the last year is on Golden State. There has never been an NBA line this overwhelmingly favored that doesn't, in its current form, have a chance.
But, of course, the Warriors went on to win back-to-back championships over the next 18 months. And although Cowherd does have some takes that make you want to call your internet provider and shut off your service just to avoid hearing him ramble for even another second, at least he's entertaining. He's creative. Someone who is neither of these things and has even more atrocious takes and predictions is Skip Bayless, the man that has made a career off of hating on other men. And just like Cowherd, Skip has made some bold predictions over his career.
Just Josh. I'm spending this holiday locked in.
Not necessarily a prediction, but he was asked a hypothetical question, to which he gave a piss poor hypothetical prediction.
Oh my god, bro, my.
What is this?
Bro.
Polls believe that Michael Jordan
41.
beat LeBron James in one-on-one in 2015. NFL snapped that season. But when it comes to overstatements, hyperboles, and astonishingly inaccurate predictions, nothing tops the classic duo of Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. I mean, really, was there anything better than watching these two men holler at each other for hours on end, getting absolutely nowhere, saying anything and everything that pops into their heads while simultaneously not saying anything at all?
Must be crazy.
I'm not. Watch what happens. You're gonna be disrespectful. Watch you have tremendous background. Watch what happens. You're gonna be disrespectful.
Those were the good times. Loud, obnoxious, but good
I'm trying to find a blue shirt. Not like a shirt or a hoodie though. I might need to buy one.
top 5
Like
players
Stockton.
in the NBA.
Freaking, I can wear this.
Of their list,
My body got rid of them.
LeBron James.
Sports in the top
Let
10.
me be a bit more clear. In 2011, the prime of LeBron's career, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith each made a list of the top 5 current NBA players, and neither of them had LeBron on their list.
Carmelo Anthony is not the 12th ranked player in the world. He does have the clutch gene. Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki at number 4. Dwayne Wade at number 1, Dirk Nowitzki at number 4. You and I agree. All right?
After these top 5 lists were released, LeBron went on to win regular season MVP, an NBA title, and Finals MVP the very next season. He also went on to win another regular season MVP, an NBA title, and another Finals MVP in the following season.
I heard on stories that you can't prove. It's hard to count the wins if you can't lose. Made a whole lot more. I win horse trying to tell it. Boy, Mr.
Yo. This is crazy. Man, nobody gonna sleep in the stream tomorrow.
But I'm
First time actually having pro dribble moves with a 99 3 ball. I should make every single white in the game, bro. I should make every single white in the game. I'm gonna take off Clinic Specialist and oh my god. Put on what's it called? What's it called? Take off Clinic Specialist. I'll just take it off. Oh, them shorts are horrible. Oh no. Oh no. Nah. Who wears arm sleeves? Who do I look like wearing a babe arm sleeve?
Like I was born to be outdoors. And in high school, I discovered my passion for photography. Most of the time, you'll find me immersed in Mother Nature.
Oh, I don't care if it looks like a what's it called?
But one thing really bugged me about my passion. The equipment you need is really expensive and bulky. I'm constantly carrying around heavy gear, like telescope lenses, tripods.
I'm about to say they still haven't fixed it, like bro. All-Star game, All-Star week. A football helmet, imagine, bro. A prize available. I'm gonna just buy something, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna just buy something. Not something that's horrible, though. Try guys. Shawty.
Fortunately, LeBron was everything he was hyped up to be. Won Rookie of the Year the very next season and was by far the best player on this same Cavaliers team just 1 year after these interviews. Unfortunately for Miles and Boozer, LeBron was everything he was hyped up to be. Darius Miles was traded just 37 days
Always do the most.
Carlos Boozer was traded the following season. The Cavs became LeBron's team and the rest is history. And to be fair, their predictions on LeBron weren't too far-fetched. Remember, just one season prior to LeBron's intro to the NBA, Dajuan Wagner was another high
I
school
name me a P-Luck and a Pink Beast. I'm considered confident, right? I'm sleepy. I'm mad sleepy, man. I need to see you like a red ball. Oh my god, I'm that tired.
Were about as bad as another prediction that was made years later. Dan Gilbert, owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, made an awfully bold prediction, or should I say promise, to fans of the team and against LeBron James as well. In 2010, Dan Gilbert released a letter to the public in regard to LeBron's departure from the
Some more cigs in the cabin.
self-declared former king will be taking the curse with him down to South Beach. And until he does right by Cleveland and Ohio, James will unfortunately own this dreaded spell and bad karma. He then goes on to say that he promises a long overdue championship. But as we all know, Dan Gilbert was as wrong as he could possibly have been. Since LeBron went to Miami, won 2 rings, came back to Cleveland and won a ring there as well. Not only was Dan wrong about LeBron finding success with the Heat, he then had to swallow his pride and watch the man win his organization a championship. Pathetic. Now, win his organization a championship. Pathetic.
What the heck did I go right there? I'm gonna go to sleep so I can wake up. I'm gonna set me an alarm on my phone or something, bro. Alright, I'm sleep. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep. I'm 99 overall. I'll take the badges. I'll change my badges before I go to sleep. Where's this Logan anyways? Top rep, man. Actually, Logan's top rep. I wonder when Logan's gonna hit Elite 3.
Since these bold predictions, the Warriors went on to win 3 titles in 4 seasons and have been the most winningest team in NBA history. But at least Charles played in the league, was a beast, and earned the respect of those tuning in, even if he can be a bit off at times. You have earned the right to be off on your predictions when you have played 16 seasons in the NBA, earned 11 All-Star appearances, and 1 league MVP. Something that this man has never done.
Actually, I'm not even gonna head up, bro. I'm just gonna end my stream on YouTube or something, bro. Actually, I'm probably am gonna head up.